Welcome to another episode of Forever Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Franio, joined by my co-host Christian Dyer. How are we doing today after this dub?
You're supposed to be happy after win, but I was still kind of freaking irritated.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough starting out. Jimmy did not look good. He went three and outs. We didn't have one first down in the first quarter. The offense just looked horrible. This week is actually the opposite. The defense looked really good. Offense didn't look good. So, I mean, what's your takes on it, man?
Well, the reason offense didn't look good is because Jimmy can't be consistent, for one. For two, he friggin' can't be accurate to save his life. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
The reason we've had three and outs is because he can't hit a freaking wide open receiver to save his life. It's fucking bullshit. I'm tired of this shit, dude. I'm absolutely sick and tired of fucking seeing a wide open receiver and Jimmy overthrows him.
Yep.
Or the one that was a deeper one where he freaking throws it out of bounds because he can't freaking throw it with a wide open receiver on the freaking coming on the out route. Oh, dude. How much longer do we have to deal with this shit?
I think it's going to be all season, bro, honestly.
Fucking Christ.
I mean, you think about it too, dude. It's like, Jimmy G overthrows every single time.
Dude.
And there was like what a good couple times where Jimmy had open receivers and he overthrew them.
You do that shit against good teams, you're not going to be able to fucking dig out of it and come out with a win.
Yep.
Like, luckily, exactly. Yeah, we're doing this against teams that we can still come back and beat. But I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just to the point where it's getting tiring to see.
it's just funny too, because all the people that defend them and try to blame the receivers because all the receivers are dropping balls here and dropping balls there. I'm like, they're not dropping balls when they're wide open and freaking we can move the chains, and Jimmy just completely misses the throw.
Yep, exactly.
And then people also want to, the offensive line doesn't look that great. Well, they're giving him enough time to make the throw. He's just not making the fucking throw.
Yeah, he has the time to make the throw, like you said.
How many excuses are we going to fucking give Jimmy, dude? I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
I would literally, the whole game, I was just like, dude, especially the first quarter, I was just like, fucking bench his ass already. I'm tired of it, dude. I'm tired of the fact that he can't fucking play quarterback unless the fucking run game is working. And if the run game's not working, he's shit. And what happened in the first fucking quarter? The run game wasn't working. Fucking Jimmy's shit. Because he has to fucking have the run game working in order to get the fucking play action so receivers can be wide open so he can throw it with nobody around them.
Yep.
With his little fucking noodle arm because he doesn't have no fucking arm strength to get the ball anywhere.
Yeah, like when we were watching the game in the first quarter, I was telling my dad, I'm like, you think we're going to see Trey Lance after the way Jimmy's looking? And he goes, I don't know, honestly.
Well, how long of a leash does Jimmy have? I mean, Jesus Christ.
So Matt says it was not that bad, bro. O-line was garbage.
Well, the O-line gave him enough time to fucking overthrow it. The O-line gave him enough time to make the fucking throws. He just doesn't make them. Always somebody else's fucking fault.
Jimmy didn't get sacked at all today.
No, he didn't.
He just overthrows a lot.
The O-line didn't play that bad.
The O-line looked fine.
The O-line looked worse maybe run blocking than they did pass blocking.
Yeah. I agree.
But I mean, how much longer do we have to sit here and watch like mediocre play unless like and like can people not notice that you can tell Kyle's coaching around Jimmy, not for him?
Mm-hmm.
He's coaching around freaking Jimmy's inability to freaking, control the offense. Yeah. So he's, calling dinking and dunks, freaking high percentage throws so Jimmy can make them. Whoop-de-doo if Jimmy makes a good throw here and there. He's capable of getting a nice throw. Oh, he made a good throw. Always, he's good because he made that one good throw. Like, dude, when your coach is literally coaching around him so he doesn't fucking ruin it for us because he can't even hit a freaking mid throw accurately.
Yeah, and then also too is when, it was actually all game, but he finally got his momentum back to where, he looked better, and we were getting first downs, and we were driving down the field and everything. But like I even told in Zach's podcast earlier, I was like, there was that one pass he threw to Ayuk. Luckily, Ayuk has good hands to catch that. But dude, that could have been possibly an interception right there too, as well.
Well, then the first one, Ayuk's wide open on the slant overthrow, almost gets intercepted, and he's literally wide open. There's like nobody 5 feet around him, and like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's, Ayuk's in the doghouse. Ayuk isn't playing good. I'm like, no, you know what it is? Jimmy can't get him the fucking ball. Because Jimmy can make one fucking read, and he's going to get the guy that's the best, Debo, because Debo's the fucking route runner, so Debo can get open in the middle, where Ayuk's the outside guy.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Jimmy can't get him the fucking ball. Jimmy can't fucking read the fucking field long enough to get fucking Ayuk the ball. That's why Ayuk's not doing well. It's not his fault. It's fucking Jimmy's fault.
Yeah, Hung Fat says crazy game. It definitely was from the start. I thought we were going to lose this game, to be honest. I really did.
The way I don't have any trust in Jimmy, I did. I mean,
luckily, yeah.
Like Kyle in the second half pretty much took away a lot of the throws where Jimmy wouldn't have to overthrow it, or Jimmy wouldn't have to, put the ball in a dangerous situation. Yeah, Kyle called a pretty good. He called a pretty good second half. He had some miscues and not challenging that third down, and he looked like on autopilot a little bit in the game. But I mean, when it came to calling the play, so that way freaking Jimmy wasn't screwing us with bad throws, it was fine. But I'm sick of the freaking excuses for Jimmy, dude, because like we know who he is. If the run game's good and he can use the play action, he's great. And he's great on the QB sneak. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's Brady good on the QB sneak, but he's not gonna freaking destroy any defense. Like no defense is gonna be scared if Jimmy's got to stand back in the pocket and win the game for us.
Yeah,
they're not gonna be worried.
Well, I wanted to ask you too. What do you think changed his demeanor when he finally went down the field, got a first down before half, and got a touchdown to close out the half? Like, what do you think? What changed there for him and the offense?
His boy fucking bailed him out on that fucking on that drive. This man right here deserves the credit for that drive.
Yeah, definitely. Debo balled out like usual.
He's becoming one of the best receivers in the game. He's a fantastic route runner. He's always open, and he's just fucking nasty with the ball in his hands after the catch.
Yeah.
And he bails Jimmy out constantly. It makes Jimmy look better than he is.
So would you say Debo is the true wide receiver one?
Yeah, because
after seeing the past 2 weeks of how he played,
he's the wide receiver one because of Jimmy's the quarterback. That could change if Jimmy's not the quarterback.
Yeah.
Ayuk has the ability to be the receiver one, but so does Debo. Also does. We have two good receivers, but Ayuk just is going to sit back and never get the ball because Jimmy can't get him the ball. I mean, did we not get Ayuk to go downfield? We didn't throw the fucking ball downfield one time.
We did not.
No, because Jimmy can't do it. For one, he's got noodle arm and he doesn't have the great arm strength anyway. And then he's freaking inaccurate downfield. So we didn't even throw the ball downfield one time.
Yeah.
Which sucks because by not doing that, it hurts our run game because it freaking sucks everybody up.
Yeah. No, I agree. You could tell that it was our run game didn't look too good against the Eagles. I mean, Elijah Mitchell had a decent game. Jermichael Hasty had a good game, but I mean, we still got to figure out how to have a better run game. As I mean, like we did last week, but I don't know, like it didn't show it this week, compared to last week. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. Is like our run game's not always going to work against every team.
Well, yeah.
But the problem is our run game can make Jimmy look good, but he can't make our run game look good.
Yeah, Hunk Fat goes Seahawks loss.
Yo, Brandon, you there?
My bad.
Oh, you're okay.
My bad. I
It's
pressed
all right,
the wrong button.
dude. I can't with this freaking crap with Jimmy anymore. It's just funny too because was it Lombardi who's like, oh yeah, this is just the testing out process or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I'm like, yeah, freaking, I didn't know that overthrowing receivers is a testing out process.
Yeah, seriously.
I
He was
never knew.
continuously overthrowing.
Oh my god, dude! Just everybody just freaking apologizing for Garoppolo. All of this freaking. Oh, he's not that bad. Oh, it's it's the receiver's fault. It's the offensive line's fault. Not really.
No,
It was
I don't think
Jimmy's
so
fault.
either. Yeah.
Everything has to be working perfectly in Kyle's offense for Jimmy to be good.
Yes, exactly. And if it wasn't for our defense stepping up today as they did, we easily could have lost this game.
Oh yeah, dude. Defense was great.
Yeah, except for the couple of runs that Jalen Hurts got on us.
That's gonna happen though with a guy like that. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we weren't trying to contain him. You know, the one Ford got off the line really quick with his speed, but freaking Hurts ducked around it and got out. There was nobody there because we weren't really containing him. We were going with a speed rush, but if we got around the speed rush, we couldn't get him. We got the sacks sometimes because we forced him. We forced the pocket around him and did a good job. But if there was holes to get around, he was getting around.
Yeah, I have to say too is Nick Bosa had a good game too for himself. He had 2 sacks.
I thought it was 3. Was it 2 or 3?
I think it was 2.
Okay.
It was 2 sacks. Yeah. But you can tell when Jalen Hurts ran for that big play towards the end of the game on Nick Bosa's side, you can tell that Nick Bosa was kind of pissed off at himself about missing him. But I mean, like you said, it's gonna happen. But I feel like since we do have a mobile quarterback on our team now, like I feel like them working on it a lot more is gonna help them contain these mobile quarterbacks. Hung Fat says thoughts on Bosa back to 100%. What do you think?
I mean, did you see that rush when he went to the right side and got that sack? Yep. What does that tell you? He switched sides and the first time that right tackle gets a chance on him, he gets a sack. He looks 100% to me.
He looks like back to Big Bear Bosa, man. Honestly.
Oh, he does, dude. When I saw him switch to that other side and get that sack when he switched to the right side, I was like, oh damn.
Yep.
Oh, he can't wait to eat against Green Bay next week.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be good. And I'm going to that game too.
I'm so jealous, bro. I wish I could be there with you, dude. I'm so jealous. You know how much I fucking hate Rodgers, bro. I want to freaking be there to watch his ass get fucking creamed.
Yeah, I'll make sure to be sending you guys videos in the chat too and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get crazy next week for sure.
Yep. One of the things I had a problem with is like people, talking bad at all on Lenore because, they first tried to talk bad on him because he gave up that touchdown where he stepped out. But if you freaking look, he knew that he stepped out, so he held off and let him catch the ball because he knew that it was illegal touching.
Yeah, definitely.
That's some next level shit right there.
Like
for a rookie,
100% concentrated.
And then that freaking long 91-yard pass doesn't happen. Doesn't happen if he doesn't stumble. And even the best corner in the game, if he stumbles, that's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hung Fast says biggest concern from today.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Costing the team games.
Besides Jimmy, any concerns on the defense or secondary, or any concerns on the offense besides Jimmy at all?
Just running back health, I guess.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, all 3 got hurt. I mean,
Mitchell. I feel like you said in the group chat, like Mitchell had a stinger. He should be okay.
I've had stingers. I've literally had a stinger and went back.
Yeah.
continue to play. It's nothing serious. It's just a quick pinch of the nerve in your shoulder. It hurts for a minute, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's why he came back in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Well, you saw he came back in too to like help out the team and everything. Another one is Jermichael Hasty with the ankle injury. Do you think we should be worried with that ankle, or you think it's just like he just maybe like did a little twist or something?
Well, that ankle would have been on that fumble. He didn't come back in after that where he got cheap shotted. So did he hurt his ankle when he got cheap shotted or what? Nobody explained that, but he got cheap shotted.
Yeah.
Where we got the penalty and he didn't come back in. Which I thought he was in the doghouse for fumbling. And then we come to find out he hurt his ankle, and he must have hurt his ankle when he got cheap shotted.
Yeah, I didn't see where he hurt his ankle at, because I didn't know until after the game that he got hurt.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see with that one, and then, I mean, Sermon's probably got a concussion, so he's out maybe the next 2 weeks, which just sucks because we were all kind of excited to see him get a chance, and then he busts off a beautiful run on his first touch, and gets cheap shotted in the back of the head, like forearm to the head, like what the. But the first one, dude, the forearm to the head, like what is that?
Yeah, forearm to the head, then a helmet to helmet, and then I think a knee to his head too.
Well, like he hit his head on the ground, but
yeah, that too.
I mean, that should be a fine or something. That forearm to the head was ridiculous.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I'm like, damn. I was like telling my pops too. I was like, dude, that was his first play of the game too, and he's already knocked out.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I feel like any running back is going to succeed in Kyle's scheme, in Kyle's offense. But I'll tell you what I totally noticed that I missed today was the acceleration that Mostert has. Because Mitchell's speed is fast, but he's built up fast.
Yeah.
I'm like seeing these holes on the pitches, and I'm like, oh, he's gone. And then it closes fast, and he doesn't get out. And I'm like thinking to myself, that same hole, if Mostert hits that, he's gone. His acceleration is so unreal, it's gone. And I'm like thinking, as I see Mitchell hit that, I'm like, oh, there it goes. And then I'm like, oh, that hole closed so fast. And I'm like, I was thinking just the whole time, like, man, that you really missed that acceleration.
Yeah. Hung Fat said once they went from handoffs to pitches, the run game changed.
Yeah, the Eagles are nasty inside.
Yeah.
The Eagles are nasty inside, and we could beat them well on the outside, but we're always going to beat them on the outside when you can get Kittle and Juszczyk on the outside blocking.
Yep.
And it's just going to be depending on who we play if we're going to be able to run on the inside. If we're playing against guys that are just got guys good on the inside, we're not going to be able to.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, well, you saw it too in the red zone when Jimmy pitched that ball. You're just like, oh shit! Like it wasn't a good play at all.
Yeah. But I think when we pitch the ball, it always works.
Yeah, usually it does.
I mean, when freaking Mostert went off for 200+ yards in the NFC Championship game against Green Bay, most of them were the pitches to the outside, and then Mostert's just gone. Yeah. Like, if Mostert played today, Mostert would have had 150 yards rushing because those those holes were there, and with his speed, he would have been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because of his acceleration, he gets to that hole and he's gone before the freaking defender even sees him go by. Seriously.
Yeah. Seriously, no, I totally agree.
Like, oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really miss the acceleration for our run game. I like our running backs, but they don't have that Mostert has. Like,
and that's what we're gonna miss from Raheem this season for sure.
We're gonna miss him. I know it doesn't seem like it yet, but just from what I saw today, I think we're gonna miss him.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Those gains that turned into like 5, 10, 12 yards for Mitchell were 30, yards, touchdowns possibly for Mostert because he hits that hole, and if you just give him a little friggin' tiny hole, he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was crazy too is you didn't really hear from Funga at all today.
Well,
Did
he
you
didn't.
notice that?
I don't think Hufunga.
Yeah.
He didn't play.
You sure? I thought he did.
He
I
was on
thought I saw
special
him.
teams. He was on special
He's
teams.
just special teams. That was
He
it.
had he had the opening, or he had one of the opening kick. Or
Oh,
no, when we on our first punt, I think he had the opening tackle for the punt. But
that's why. That's why. Okay.
but he
Yeah.
was on
Yeah.
special team. He didn't. I don't think he played on the D today, which is fine
Got it.
because both our safeties looked great. Ward and Tart looked fantastic, especially in coverage.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask you about that too. What did you think about Josh Norman today?
I think he was great. I think the freaking PIs they call on him are horse shit. That one they call on him in the end zone was fucking bullshit.
I'm like, where?
Like, dude, I feel so bad for corners. They can't even play the game of football anymore. They're hardly allowed to do anything.
The NFL got soft, dude.
Well, that's why the receivers are so great now because you can't even touch them and you can't even play corner anymore. So, I mean, he did nothing wrong. It's just funny every single time there was a non-call on the offense of the Eagles, we get a penalty. False start after false start after false start. Yeah. Holding.
It's like the refs were like just trying to come after us, man.
Well, dude, I'm starting to wonder: does holding even exist in the NFL anymore? Have they made that not a penalty? Yeah. Is that just a part of the game and just too fucking bad now, or what? Because they didn't call I don't think they called one holding penalty in like the last two games.
Yeah. Dude, and Bosa was getting held again in today's game.
These offensive linemen could take fucking bend Bosa over, take him from behind, and there still wouldn't be a holding call. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but something needs to change. Because it's getting ridiculous, dude. It's like you can't even play freaking football anymore.
Yeah.
It's like might as well put some freaking flag football flags on your damn waist.
Dude, I mean, if it wasn't for all these holding calls and them not calling them, dude, we'd probably have 6-7 sacks a game.
Oh yeah.
All the holding that's going on and then not getting the calls is taking our chances away to get more sacks. Mm-hmm. I feel like we'd have a lot more sacks for this team than we actually do if these holding calls were actually called and they weren't holding as much.
Yeah,
dude, Bosa's never going to be able to break Strahan's record because he gets held too damn much.
Yeah,
and it doesn't get called.
I mean, it was proven too from last week's game with his
jersey was ripped.
His jersey was ripped on both sides. So something needs to change, dude. The refs are getting ridiculous with these calls that are literally nothing. Dude, and
all these rules are just egregious, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's funny because it's the Seahawks, but when the corner freaking flexed at the receiver and they called 15-yard penalty, I'm like, dude, it's football. That's what football is. Like, what in the fuck is that a penalty for?
Yeah, exactly.
It makes me hate it. The corner makes a good play, let him freaking flex. Who cares? He worked all week and his ass off freaking to make that play. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's freaking annoying.
It's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the year plays out with these calls because nobody likes it at all. They need to let them play football, man.
And the thing, I know, I agree, and but what I'm worried about more than even just the calls are just our inability on offense when Jimmy just is shit because our run game's not working. And how much longer is Kyle going to freaking put up with this?
So that brings me to my next question. So, they said that they were going to use Trey and, some packages. Were you surprised to not see him today at all?
In that atmosphere, I'd make sense.
Yeah.
It's the Eagle. It's freaking Philadelphia, bro. I don't
That's
blame
true.
not putting him in. But dude, if he started against Green Bay next week, he would. Oh,
I think,
probably
dude, I think he goes off if he does. If he
he would.
does,
He would.
yeah.
Oh, he would. I mean, our run game's probably going to go off. So Jimmy's all of a sudden Jimmy's going to have this fantastic, great game because we're running freaking for 150 yards. Mitchell's going to run for over 100 yards, and freaking Hasty's going to run for close to 100 yards. And it's, oh my God, Jimmy's back, Jimmy. Like, yeah, of course, Jimmy, because look at the fucking run game is freaking killing it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to figure out and see what happens with Jimmy next week too.
Fucking Washington needs a quarterback, and now fucking Miami needs a quarterback.
Yeah.
Fucking just somebody trade for him, please. Come take him.
I don't think it's happening this season.
Come fucking take him. Redskins. He's still better than Heineke, I can tell you that. Just come fucking take him.
Yeah.
Take him, please. You can have him for a fucking 3rd round pick. Take him.
It's only the second game, man. We can't be too worried. I think
I'm worried because I know how Jimmy is, and I know how this season's going to go.
Yeah, but you have to think about it too. It's like even like in 2019 our Super Bowl run that we had. I mean,
our run game was the best game run. We had the best run game.
Our run game, yeah.
He had one good game. Well, he had one freaking awesome, looked like an actual quarterback game against freaking New Orleans, where he looked like a freaking championship quarterback. Yeah. That's the only time I've seen it.
Let's put it this way: we got to give it time. Still, I think once he gets more games underneath his belt too this season, I mean, yeah, he'll overthrow sometimes, but I think we'll be all right, dude.
Well, I really do. It's like we can't trust him on the tight windows either. He fluttered like when he fluttered that ball to freaking Debo and it almost gets picked off. It's like, bro, any other quarterback with arm strength, that's a freaking first. That's a catch.
Yeah. Oh, and then also too is he has me hella worried too because when he runs with the ball for like a first down and everything, it's like he doesn't know how to slide.
Maybe he doesn't.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He always goes head first. And Zach mentioned this earlier today too, in his podcast that Trey kind of does the same thing too sometimes.
Yeah, they got to learn to slide more.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing, or then to actually like run out of bounds. But I think especially with Trey's though, if he's running, his is going to be closer to the sideline where he can run out of bounds. Where it makes more sense when Jimmy's running, it's probably up the middle where he needs to slide. The less mobile quarterbacks seem to be, if you notice, they seem to be kind of on running up the middle. Mm-hmm. Like when Hurts was running, where was Hurts? He was near the sideline. That's going to be like Lance. You can run out of bounds.
Yeah.
Jimmy's obviously he's not going to be running out. He can't get to the sideline. He's not fast enough. So he's running up the middle. That's when you got to slide when you're running up the middle because that's where you get knocked the fuck out.
Well, also too, it's like that kind of brings me back to that call on Jimmy Ward when he was going after Hurts and he went out of bounds. I'm like, how is he supposed to know that he's going out of bounds?
Well, he was already going to make the tackle.
Yeah,
and in the freaking tackle, he was pretty much already going for it before Hurts even ran out of bounds. So like that needs to be a thing. If Hurts is in bounds and you see the player going to hit them before they run out of bounds, you can't call that a freaking late hit. If the player's already out of bounds and then they go to make the tackle, that's different. Hit. Yeah. But if they go to make the tackle while the player's still in bounds and they're in the freaking motion of tackling, and then that shouldn't be a freaking penalty.
Nope, I agree. But we're for sure gonna have to see what happens. I think we shouldn't be too worried, especially when we play against Green Bay next week.
Well, I mean, if them getting whooped, Wow, the Saints is anything, then they really must suck because the Saints got beat by Sam Darnold and the Panthers today.
I know.
Pretty handily too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll be all right. No, I'm not. I'm not too worried. It'll be a game, but I'm not too worried.
It's like, look at that, dude. Freaking Sam Darnold gets saved from the dumpster fire that is the Jets, and he started the season 2-0.
And now Zach Wilson's there in that same situation. I
What
feel
is he?
bad for Robert Saleh.
What was he? Four completions and 4 interceptions today.
Dude, 4 interceptions, bro.
4 and only had 4 completions.
Yeah,
That's bad.
that is bad. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. We just wanted to recap the game today and just talk about it and everything. But we'll be back next week for the preview of the 49ers versus the Packers, and we'll see you guys then. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and retweet and like and give us a follow on Twitter. And also give us a follow on Instagram for our faithful podcast. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us and enjoying another episode of Forever Faithful Podcast. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.